Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Modix video. In today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys 25 things we know so far about the Valorant Beta. So I found this on Reddit and just wanted to make a video for all those people that are just too lazy to read all of it. So shout out to the Bearded Barfly and R Kiga for taking notes on the streamer's gameplay. But before we get into the video, let me know in the comments which agent you plan on playing first whenever you get access to the game. But with that, let's go ahead and get into these facts. So this video is going to be split into 3 parts: the basics, utilities, and shooting. If you want me to cover other topics in a future video, once again, just be sure to let me know down in the comments. So starting out, Valorant is a game played between 2 teams of 5 agents. All of these agents must be different, so this limits abusing meta agents and just stacking teams. I feel like this could be a pretty interesting thing to add to custom matches though, because just imagine a full team of Sages versus a full team of Breaches. That would be insane. So another good thing to note regarding the agents is that you can't switch agents halfway through a match. Once you choose your character, you're stuck with them for the rest of that match. And during this match, it is the best of 25 rounds. This means that the winning team must win 13 rounds in order to secure the win. Each half of Valorant is 12 rounds, so this means that you must win at least once while defending and attacking. If the match is tied at the end of the game, then there will be an overtime. Another cool thing to know is, unlike in CS, there are no side-specific weapons. Each side has the same weapons to choose from. Before each round, you're going to have 30-second buy time period where you're able to move around certain parts of the map and plan out your strategy for that upcoming round. Speaking of the maps, for the start of Valorant, we will have 2 maps, Bind and Haven. Between these 2 maps, your strategy will vary immensely. So starting with Bind, this map will have 2 bomb sites. What makes it different from any of your normal CS maps is the 2 teleporters found on the map that will allow you to travel from one bomb site to the other at a fast pace. These teleporters only go one way, but the plays you can make with them are crazy. This new addition to the game is guaranteed to require a bit of getting used to, but the players that can figure out how to use them efficiently will definitely have the advantage. The other map that players will be able to play at first is Haven. This map brings its own uniqueness because instead of 2 bomb sites, it has 3. This makes me think it's going to be way harder to defend against because the attackers have so many more options to make. Speaking of differences between Valorant and CSGO, one major difference is that the bomb is now called a spike in Valorant. The spike takes 4 seconds to plant and 7.5 seconds to defuse, but there is a checkpoint halfway through the defusal process where if you stop defusing, you won't lose your progress. If the spike does happen to go off, players will be able to see the area that they need to escape in order to survive. Our last fact that we know in this section of the video is that the right side of your screen will have a damage report that will tell you how effective your abilities were. Now let's move on to the utilities part of the video. So starting off, each agent in Valorant has 4 abilities, and the best part about these abilities is that when you die, they don't go away. The first ability that each agent has is their specialty ability. This ability will be free, and depending on the agent, it has a set number of uses. Some agents will only be able to use it once or twice per round, but others will be able to regenerate the ability by getting kills in that round. The second and third abilities will be the abilities that cost credits. These will also have a set amount, but just remember you will have to use your credits for a one-time buy before you use the abilities. The final ability that each agent has is their ultimate. This ability cannot be purchased and you can unlock it by performing well in the match. In order for progress towards your ult to go up, you have to get kills, spike plants or defuses, or pick up orbs found around the map. To unlock your ultimate, you have to get 6 of these objectives combined. So for example, you could get 3 kills, 2 spike plants, and pick up 1 orb. This equals 6, so you can unlock access to your ult. During Flom's livestream, he said that if you're having a good game, you could get your ult 2 times per half. I think learning how to use the orbs and picking them up as soon as possible will benefit most of the teams at the start of the game. So going back to the abilities, All of the abilities will have friendly fire, but a great part about Valorant is that you cannot deal damage to your teammates with your actual weapons. Some of the abilities will also be able to gain you height advantages, such as Jett's updraft ability. If players learn how to use these, they will definitely be able to hold off angles and catch the opponent off guard. And if you want more information on the abilities in game, all you have to do is look at your minimap and you'll see information such as the distance the abilities will be able to travel. That wraps it up for the utility side of Valorant, so now let's move on to the shooting side of it. The first thing you need to know about shooting in Valorant is that the first 6 to 8 bullets will follow a spray pattern. After that, as far as we've seen, the bullets become more sporadic. This means you should try to burst fire. Keep in mind that in order for your bullets to be accurate, you need to stop moving. Counter strafing will not work as well as it did in CSGO. You have to be standing still. One of my favorite parts about Valorant is the fact you can ADS on some weapons. Just be aware that when you ADS, you do become more accurate, but you shoot slower. This really helps when holding an angle from a long distance. Also keep in mind that every weapon is hit scan. This means that when you fire your bullet, it will go where your crosshair is, but recoil will affect this crosshair. Another stat that you can find about each weapon is its wallbang ability, or like the penetration. Most walls in Valorant are wallbangable, but it will decrease the amount of damage your bullet deals. You can test out all the weapons' wallbang ability and spray patterns in the training ground. You will know if a weapon is shooting through a wall, if it leaves a black hole in the wall. If it leaves a tiny dent, then it's not going through. That wraps it up for the 25 things you now know in Valorant. If this video did help you out, be sure to like it and subscribe for more daily Valorant content. We're going to be streaming the game daily, so be sure you have notifications on. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow.